So these last few days I haven't really been posting as much, and that's because I was going through my own revelation in terms of what the Most High was telling me about myself specifically. And I realized that this is way deeper than just me, and it's something that he definitely wants me to confront. And it's the spirit of pride. You know what I mean? And we don't realize how much pride takes over a lot of things in our lives. Like, selflessness can turn into selfishness really easy, and pride can sneak up on us in different manners. And it comes from different traumas that we had as a kid, it comes from different things that we have experienced thus far. And I just ask the Most High to speak through me clearly so I can clearly show you and state what I mean when I say this. Pride comes in different forms. Pride happens when you've been hurt. You could have been abused when you were younger, and you're like, yeah, I'm never gonna let anybody do that to me. I'm not gonna stand for this. You'll see, pride can be literally you just not wanting to deal with someone, not wanting to ask for help, not wanting to confront an issue. Pride can be not ignoring your feelings so you don't even have to deal. And a big part of pride, and we didn't realize this, was the Leviathan spirit, because the Leviathan spirit in itself is controlled by Hasatan himself, or the devil himself, or Satan himself, you know. And because where was pride found first? In him. And pride is directly linked to our flesh and our fleshly desires, and that's a great way for him to be able to use our flesh against us. And there's a lot of pride in the body of the Messiah, and that would have to go into the marine spirit kingdom and understanding all of that and what that means. And I'm not here to teach that lesson, even though over time I can explain a little bit more. But in terms of pride, I had to realize that not wanting to ask for help, or not wanting to ask for help more than one time, is pride. You know what I mean? Not dealing with my emotions is a level of pride. You can be too, it goes into the point where it's like, just because there's quiet doesn't mean there's peace. And with Messiah's peace will cause conflict, you know what I mean, within your family, within friendships, within certain things. And it's like, you can be prideful and boastful in the blessings that even the Most High gives you. You know what I mean? You can be prideful and boastful in information that you know what I mean? And there's a certain level of humility that has to come into play when you're dealing with Abba, and self-reflection and trauma processing that you have to deal with. And you're just like, where does it even stem from? You know what I mean? Like, what are the little things that it stems from? Are you prideful in terms of your money? You're like, I have to make sure I have money, so nobody can say they can do this to me. Or I have to make sure my bread is buttered, because that's a Trini saying. Like, I have to make sure my bread is buttered because everybody know how their bread is butter. And you have to make sure you're good, you're fine. And there's a big sense of selfishness in that, you know? And it goes into play as for, are you able to compromise? Or are you so focused on whatever that deep-rooted feeling that you're feeling is, you know what I mean? In terms of your parents didn't have a lot of money, so you're gonna make sure you have money now. Okay, I gotta make sure I have money, you know? I gotta pray for money, because a lot of people pray for pride and they don't even realize it. I gotta make sure I'm good. So Abba, yeah, can you bless me in terms of having money and making sure um I'm set and nobody can tell me anything? Or can you pray or pray for anything in those selfish regards, because pride is linked to selfishness as well. But then it goes into selflessness as well, and it's kind of like, oh, I put this so much into this person and they can't even recognize me. Or I did this so much this for this person and they don't even see that I'm doing it. You know what I mean? It's like, did you do it for a gain back, or did you do it out of selflessness? You know what I mean? And you could lie to yourself saying that, yeah, I just did it for them, but the fact that I'm not even getting noticed for it, it hurts. That's a level of pride. You know what I mean? It's like we're not always going to receive back what we give out. You know, our treasures are stored up in heaven. The Most High has it. So if He sees that out of the goodness of our heart we're doing something for someone, then in time He will open our banks within Him, within heaven, and He will bless us when we are ready for that. But if you still have that underlining pride, it's kind of hard to bless you with certain things, because He knows how you will treat that. He knows how you will deal with the blessings in which He gives to you. You know what I mean? And it doesn't necessarily make you a bad person to be prideful, but it makes it hard for your walk if you don't check yourself constantly and constantly hold yourself accountable and constantly being humble in what you're doing and the motives in which you're doing something for. You know what I mean? And it literally, checking yourself and being accountable. I just had a whole thought and it literally just left my mind. And I pray the Most High brings it back to me, because we don't realize how much that lack of accountability and lack of literally thinking about something in which how we feel or why we feel it can hinder our walk. You know what I mean? Thank you, Abba. It's literally, we don't realize how much pride hurts the people around us. Like there was this, I was I was this type of person, and I had to constantly check myself because I'm evolving. I was this type of person where I would love to help people, right? For example, I had this really cute shirt, and my friend needed an outfit, so I was just like, "Yo, you look way better in this than me. You can have it. You can wear it and be that kind of stuff." And she looked cute, right? Now, people don't realize that pride comes in the subtlest moments and we don't even know, and it hurts a lot of people around us. So I said to her, I was like, doesn't she look cute? Isn't she adorable? Stylist, me, look at that. Mm. Always bringing it back to you when it's unnecessary. And I didn't realize that I had hurt her feelings. You know what I mean? She's like, I could style myself. I look cute in myself. I was like, I never said that. I was just saying that, I was your stylist today. But I didn't realize that that hurt her. You know what I mean? Bringing stuff back to you is a sense of pride. Somebody giving you a compliment and you being like, you already know, thank you. You know what I mean? Like, not saying that you can't accept the compliment, but the manner in which you accept it. You know what I mean? Some people, when they were younger, their family befriended that spirit of pride. Some people's like, some parents is like, don't let anybody treat you away, okay? Because you're not less than anybody. And in that, they're like, you can't treat me away, you can't talk to me away because I know who I am. And that goes to their head, especially when you plant that seed from young. So when they get older, it's kind of like, simmer down, you're good, we know you're amazing, but you don't have to act better than everybody, because even a Messiah came and he served. We're all meant to serve. We're not always going to get something back in return. Yahusha helped many people, you know what I mean? And many people didn't even give him that respect back. You know what I mean? He died and rose again for us, and a lot of people still don't give him that respect. He created grace for us, and a lot of people still don't give him that respect. So who do you think you are to think you're better than the Messiah? that everybody needs to bow down to you, that everybody needs to move a certain way with you, because everything is to literally help us and strengthen us. And I heard um Jackie Hill Perry, I heard her say on Know For Sure podcast, she had said this. She was just like, the Most High has us, when you come in to the truth, or when you come in to him and you come in into believing in the Messiah, he has some of us literally being single for some time before we find our spouse, because we are too codependent, we are too people pleasing, we are too looking towards a man, or men in general, not like the male species, but men as in humans. We're looking to them for our gratification. We're looking to them for our peace. We're looking to them for our acceptance. We're looking to them to fill in a spot that only the Messiah can fill. And then he has some people, that's why he has those set of people alone for some time, because they need to learn how to just focus on him. Then he has some people who are literally, who need to find their partner right away, because they're too independent, they're too prideful, they're too selfish. They need to learn how to compromise. They need to learn how to work together for in a unit. They need to learn how to work together for a bigger picture. They need to learn, both of them need to learn how to do that. And a lot of the times he would have a person that's less prideful with somebody that is more prideful, so they can both check each other in terms of, hey, simmer down. And then hey, you need to build up yourself just a little bit more, like just a little bit more. And you need to bring, the other person needs to bring themselves down a little bit more. That's a whole topic in itself. But I just wanted to start this whole conversation of pride. And over time I will expand upon it more. But definitely read Job 41, because it talks about the Leviathan spirit, and it talks about how prideful and how boastful that spirit in itself even is, and how it can possibly plague a person, and in different ways how it can. Like always, pray about it, pray about what I'm saying, pray about yourself, check yourself. And it's not easy, but the Messiah and the Most High is really here to help, and he will show us our hearts if you ask him. So pray about the understanding for the Leviathan spirit. Pray about the understanding for pride. Pray about, if it's in your life, pray about breaking that stronghold. And I pray that he breaks everyone's stronghold of Leviathan spirit and that pride spirit in everyone, and how that even could affect someone, you know what I mean, and affect the ones around you, because your actions can make somebody else's actions react in a way that hinders their growth, and then that falls on you, you know what I mean, because you hindered their growth, and you have to repent for that. And again, nobody's perfect, and that spirit of pride is not easy to just drop. The Most High is here to help us, but the first step is realizing that pride can seep in and through little cracks and crevices that you don't even realize. So, just that. May the Most High be with you guys, and love you.